What up? What up? What up? What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy snow day for everybody who had to work remote, such as myself. I really thought that we were actually going in. I'm that old. You know what? If we were growing up in the this Clayton era, shout out to Constance Clayton, may she rest in peace. We probably be walking in that snow. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with these. I don't know what's going on with these kids, man. Like the first little inkling of snow, like they're staying home. Shout out, shout out to LaShawn. LaShawn was telling me about this. I guess it was like an urban legend we were talking about. If like the kids wear their pajamas backwards, and enough kids wear their pajamas backwards, like enough snow will come through and it'll cancel school for the day. I don't know if that's even true, but it was actually true today. So shout out to the kids out there. Shout out to the Extra P, aka Fancy Feet, who's doing her thing today. Hopefully she's doing her homework and everything like that. So, but definitely going to say what's up. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Let me just get through this wrap up real quick, and then we'll talk about the Super Bowl. Over the weekend, this past Friday, they were linking up. They were really getting in the Interact and Friends League. We're actually getting it in with their playoffs. Shout out to Friends Select. Shout out to Jay Childs. Keep your head up, boy. Listen, man. I think you guys are going to state, so you guys are going to Reading soon. So don't even worry about that. Just show and prove out there, my friend. Also, Abington Friends on Friday. This past Friday, Abington Friends and Shipley played. Abington Friends won by 57-56. So basically, with that win, Abington Friends wins the Quaker Cup Championship. Shout out. Shout out to my man over there in Abington Friends. Shout out to my man Jason Green. Shout out to his brother Brandon Green. And also in the Catholic League, West Catholic and Archbishop Wood also played. Archbishop wins 72-50. Bethea had 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Also, Reed had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Malvern Prep and Springside Chestnut Hill locked up also on Friday, 66-56. I didn't get a chance to get that box score. Whoever has that box score there, you can actually just send it in. If you want to text us in the basement, 302-844-8275. If you want to send it by Instagram, you can actually direct message by Instagram at _basement_podcast. On YouTube is also In the Basement Podcast. On Facebook is In the Basement Podcast. Moving on. Public League. And shout out to the Public League. I believe the first round is today. This is definitely playoff week, so basically stay tuned. If you're not doing anything for Valentine's Day or the day after Valentine's Day, definitely take in some good high school playoff basketball starting up right now. Merle Dobbins, Votech, a.k.a. Dobbins. Shout out to Bo Kimball, Hank Gathers. They played Imhotep Charter. Imhotep Charter with the win, 65-31. Germantown Academy, Penn Charter. They had actually a triple header on Friday. Shout out to the boys and girls. For the boys, Germantown Academy won 66-69. And for the girls, Germantown Academy won as well, 63-62. Both of those were very close games. Definitely rivals in the Interact. So it was definitely a great game. I know, shout out to my man James. He was actually there. I think he's an audio-visual guy over there. And also, shout out to Brianna Butler. Shout out to Bree. I think, as a matter of fact, it's Bree's birthday today, as a matter of fact. So happy birthday. Shout out to Syracuse University. Also, in the Catholic League, Roman Catholic and St. Joe's Prep also played. Sharif Jackson had 18 points for Roman Catholic, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Reed had 16 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. Newman Goretti and LaSalle College Prep played as well. And for Newman Goretti, Yates had 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, and a block. The Catholic League should be starting up. I believe that should be starting up tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'll get a little bit more. I'll get some more information on that for you shortly. On Saturday, Friends Select and Haverford School actually played. Friends Select with the win. Shout out to my man Jay Childs out there doing his thing. Friends Select actually won 74-56. Also on Saturday, Newman Goretti and Bonner and Prendy. Newman Goretti won 71-65. Catholic League on some Saturday morning basketball action, or excuse me, Saturday afternoon. I apologize. Yates had 26 points for New McGrady, 4 rebounds and 6 assists. Also for New McGrady, Brooks had 12 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. On Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, Roman Catholic and Archbishop Ryan played. Actually the Catholic League Player of the Year. Thomas Sorber, 23 points, 12 rebounds, three steals, 4 assists on the block. His point guard, Darren Williams, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal. And also, I can't forget, I'll be remiss, last but definitely not least, Matt Johnson from the Johnsons. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists and a steal. He's really getting busy out there. You might not be getting, that's going to be eye-popping, but you definitely get their burn. Matt Johnson, number 1 on the program, number 1 in your hearts. Shout out to the Johnson family. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Lakeisha. Shout out to his brothers over there doing this thing on the football field as well. Also, some other Catholic League action. Lansdale Catholic and Archbishop Wood played. Archbishop Wood wins 81-42. Don't have the box score for that. I was trying to look for that. I've been looking for that actually all morning. But quick announcement: Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs start on February 14th, which is this Wednesday, which is Valentine's Day. So basically, it goes down like this. The first round is tomorrow. So basically, it'll be number 10 Bonner and Prendy at Archbishop Carroll. That starts at 6 p.m. Also, number 9 Cardinal O'Hara, number 9 C Cardinal O'Hara is going to be at number 8 C Devon Prep at 7 p.m. The quarterfinals, they start on the 16th. So basically, whoever the winner of that is plays Roman. Then the winner of the second game plays New McGrady. Also, number 6 seed Father Judge plays at Archbishop Wood. And Archbishop Ryan, which is number 5 seed, plays at St. Joe's Prep. So actually, good luck to those guys. Of course, the semifinals will be on February the 21st at the Palestra, of course, the Cathedral of College Basketball. And if you don't know what it is, that's on University of Penn's campus. The finals, of course, will be on February 26th, of course, at the Palestra. That's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. I'm not sure how much the tickets are, but definitely get in. Definitely a great venue to play in. I mean, like I've been to the Palestra like so many times, and every time it just never gets old. It feels like I've been there the first time. Just the tradition, just the pictures on the wall of all the different teams that grace the Palestra floor, ranging from like Guy Rogers to Kobe Bryant to Juan Dixon to LeBron James to everyone. Wilt Chamberlain is another one. So basically, everything is going to reseed after the first round of the quarterfinals. So definitely good luck to you guys. Tomorrow, I can't wait to see you guys. I can't wait to see you guys. Definitely going to live stream it and just watch it. A little bit of college basketball has been jumping off over the weekend. On Saturday, Jacksonville played Austin Peay. The Austin Peay Governors, as a matter of fact. This is women's basketball. Jacksonville, Sanaya Craig had 13 points, a whopping 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, I believe. And also, Sanaya Garrett had 3 rebounds and 1 steal, getting it in. We're going to take a trip to the American East Conference. UMass Lowell and New Jersey Institute of Technology played, and NJIT got the win, 68-56. Sierra Worley had 3 points, 1 assist, and 1 steal for UMass Lowell. In the men's college basketball field, St. Louis and St. Joe's played. Zay, get busy, bro. Zay had 27 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Also, he is the Atlantic 10 Player of the Week, I believe. So shout out to that. LaSalle and Richmond played. So I'm going to finish with that box score, but Richmond beat LaSalle 82-65. North Carolina and Miami played. Number 3 ranked in the country, North Carolina, played Miami. Wooga for Miami had 13 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Shout out. Maryland, my beloved Terps, played Ohio State also on Saturday. Ohio State won by 4, 75-79. And Dante Scott had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Shout out to Emotep. Drexel College Charleston played. Drexel's Justin Moore had 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in the loss. Drexel lost 80-70. A good game. That was actually a good game too, because college, for some reason, College of Charleston they've always rose to the occasion, even when they were like going to the tournament uh, back in like the late '90s and stuff like that. Uh, Always upset specials. Never wanted to play those teams. I remember when I believe that was in '97. I'm that old. I believe in '97 when my Terps got upset by my College of Charleston in the first round. I mean, I'm thinking like, oh, okay. I'm looking at this is when they had like the what's it called again? The tournament selection show on CBS. And I'm sitting here, I'm looking at Maryland's seed. I think they were like a number 5 seed or something like that, whatever. I'm like, okay, we got a 5 seed. Oh, who we playing? Number 12 seed, College of Charleston. Okay, all right. I'm like, that's a win. Next thing you know, they came out. They're getting and 1 3-pointers, and they're getting to the hole. They're just laying us up and everything. They're cracking our press. Hey man, listen. All I'm saying is this. Sometimes these smaller colleges you got to watch out, and don't forget, we're definitely going to have our March Madness. We're going to also want to have our March Madness segments too in March when it gets down to that. But anyway, shout out to Drexel, shout out to College of Charleston and the Colonial Athletic. Gonzaga and Kentucky, that was also a pretty good game. Although Kentucky lost by 4, 89-85. Kentucky was actually getting busy out there. They were really getting busy. Shout out to Justin Edwards. He had some really, really good moves out there, including this one move. He was coming down the lane. He did like it looked like an in and out, but it was like he brought it back. And he just like went ahead of him and he floated it and it went in all in one motion. Great move. Justin Edwards had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals in a loss to Gonzaga. And right now, I believe Kentucky's ranked number 17. So I think with this loss, if they lose again over the weekend, they're probably going to get moved down. Moved down the rankings, probably like number 23. Now, speaking of number 23, shout out to the shout out to the Indiana State Sycamores. If you don't know who the Indiana State Sycamores are, that's actually Larry Bird's team that he played with in college. He was supposed to go to University of Indiana to play under Bob Knight, but he was like, Larry Bird's like, no, I ain't playing for this dude. I'd rather go home and collect garbage. So that's what he did for like a year. And he came back and he played for Indiana State. Took him to the tournament, ran all the way to the championship game. Unfortunately, lost to that juggernaut in Michigan State with Magic Johnson, and I believe who else was on that team? Man, begins with a B. I think it was Brian somebody. Anyway, on Sunday, Rhode Island and UMass played. UMass with the win by 2. Sewell Diggins had 18 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Charlotte and Temple played. Charlotte lost by 3, 73-70 to Charlotte. I believe this is Charlotte 49ers. So it used to be called UNC Charlotte, or is it University of Charlotte or Charlotte University? Hysir Miller for Temple had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Temple Zion Stanford has been another Zion Stanford sighting. 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Salute, Tiff. What's up? Tiff, I'm not sure if you were watching the Super Bowl, right? Did you catch that commercial when they were talking about all the different birds that were in the playoffs, like the Seahawks, the Ravens, and it was the Seahawks, the Ravens, and the Eagles? That commercial was hilarious. I'm not sure if I know most Eagle fans felt some type of way, but I'm telling you, when it was LaShawn, Ms. Linda, Paige, we were all watching the commercial and we were hollering at that commercial because it was like, okay, you guys were the best teams, but then, better luck next year. So, but you definitely, if you haven't seen that commercial, just look up Super Bowl commercial Sunday Ticket. Just look up that and it'll come up for you. But yeah, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs locked up. Complete with the Usher performance, which was okay. I mean, it's whatever. But the San Francisco the Niners lost by 3, 25-22, in overtime. For the 49ers, Brock Purdy went 22 for 38, 255 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and a sack. Also for passing, Juwan Jennings he went 1 for 1, 21 yards and 1 touch. He threw that 1 touchdown. So basically, that makes his QB rating like 150 something probably. Let me look that up real quick. According to that, actually is 158.3. That might be the highest ever in the Super Bowl. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey, of course, 80 yards. Receiving, Christian McCaffrey, 8 receptions, 80 yards, 1 touchdown. Juwan Jennings had 4 receptions, 42 yards, 4 touchdown. Deebo Samuel had 3 receptions for 33 yards. And for defense, Jair Brown actually got 1 interception off of Patty Mahomes. And speaking of which, the man of the hour, Soul Power, Patty Mahomes went 34 for 46, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 sack lunches. Rushing, Patty Mahomes led him in rushing, 66 yards. Isaiah Pacheco also came in second with 59 yards. Now, for receiving, Travis Cole with 9 receptions, 93 yards. Mecole Hardman, the hero of the hour, 3 receptions, 57 yards, game-clinching touchdown. And Marquez Valdez-Scantling had 3 receptions, 20 yards, and 1 touchdown. So my question is this. Now that the 49ers have lost like twice in the bowl, are the 49ers title chances done? Are they out of extra lives? I mean, can they get back to a Super Bowl and win it? You know, that's one of my questions. And what happened? Can someone tell me what happened in overtime? Like, did they forget the rules in regards to like the touchdowns and field goals? Did they forget that? Like, if they score a field goal, then the game is over? No. It basically goes like this. Like in the Super Bowl, rules are different. They score a field goal, you have to stop them from scoring. Game is over. But if they score a field goal, then you keep playing. You're just going to keep playing until someone stops somebody. But I don't know if they lost sight of that, you know. And, you know, Patty Mahomes was marching down the field. But then also it was a stat. My brother and I, shout out to Dr. Kyle, the Black Psychologist Podcast. Shout out to Larry in the basement. Miss you, bro. Can't wait for you to come back. Shout out to SB. Shout out to your GOAT. Shout out to the guys at the run. Shout out to everybody. But I forgot the stat. I think he was like, I don't know if he was like maybe 5-0 or something like that when they're like trailing or something like that, trailing by like 9 or less or something like that. So it was a crazy stat, and they showed that stat like right at overtime. So I was like, this is not gonna fare well for them. So, you know, but yeah, definitely want to, you know, hear your feedback on like what happened. You can just leave your comments, and then, you know, once this little show is over, you can just still leave your comments, and they'll still be there. You can leave them on Facebook and Instagram as well, and on YouTube. But I think because they had their foot on their necks, I saw it. I was like, oh, this might be an upset. This might be an upset brewing. And then, you know, Patty was just marching. He kept marching down the field. That's it. And then what happened was, it wasn't the fact that Travis Kelce didn't score, but he was just getting up the field. Like every time they needed 5 yards, Travis Kelce gave him 9. Then someone else gave him, you know, if they needed like 2 yards, someone else gave him 4. You know, you're just going above and beyond it. Then I think what actually broke it was when Patty Mahomes, I think it was like 4th and 1, and then they like got 20 yards off of that run. I knew that was going. I knew it was going to run as soon as I saw the formation. Like, oh, this is going to be a run. But yeah. Also want to talk about, you know, favorite, you know, the performance of the evening. Usher, everybody has like mixed feelings about, you know, the Usher performance. You know, a lot of people are saying it could have been better. But I mean, keep in mind, this is like a family program. You know, they're not trying to have like that same type of incident with Jada Jackson and Justin Timberlake, which I think Justin Timberlake was actually wrong. But, you know, basically Justin Timberlake got Janet banned from the Super Bowl, anytime a Super Bowl performance ever. But anyway, that's just my opinion on that. But in regards to, the performance was good. I mean, there's only so many songs. There's only Usher songs you can actually fit in like in a 20-minute segment. So, or 15-minute, however long that thing was. But it was good though. I mean, but however, I mean, all this is just a warm up for when he's coming to your town. I know he's coming to Philly. I think August. I know he's coming to Philly like the end of August. So get ready for that. And Usher gonna sing every song in that catalog. So watch your aunties, watch your young grandmothers, watch your old cousins and stuff like that. Watch them because Usher is going to be gyrating on the field. And after what I saw out there, this is just a taste of what he's going to do out there. So, hey, watch your aunties, yo. Also, favorite Super Bowl commercials and trailers that evening. I mean, one of my personal favorites was, of course, that Sunday Ticket commercial. Lots of great previews. Quiet Place Part 3, Deadpool, Wolverine. One of my other favorite commercials that I was watching was the Dunkin' Donuts with like Tom Brady and all the guys from Boston and stuff like that, featuring like J-Lo. I believe Fat Joe was in it, and yeah, it was a dope commercial. The Popeyes commercial was okay with Ken Jeong and stuff like that. I thought it would be better. Oh, shoot! For a second, I thought Jermaine Dupri was Larry. Well, hey, man. Hey, Jermaine Dupri was getting that money. Shout out to you, B. Like, where you been at, man? Like, I'm out here. Like, I'm down here at the run, man. I'm down there getting wins, man. And I keep telling everybody, roll with K. You get 2 automatic wins, and then you sit. That's a good thing, So, because that's how it is at the run. Like, you get 2 wins, you have to sit, and you get back up, get 2 wins again, you sit. That's a 4-0. But that's or I like to call it running the table. But yeah, great commercials, great trailers. Also another trailer that I like was the Wicked trailer because as great as that play was on Broadway, that Wicked has stayed on Broadway for like years. So. For it to hit the big screen, like the silver screen and everything like that, that's really going to be decent. I believe the young lady who's playing the Wicked Witch of the West or the Witch of the West before she is going to be named that. I believe she played Harriet Tubman too. She's definitely talented, can sing, can dance, all that good stuff. So I'm definitely going to watch out for that come summertime. Also, I definitely got to shout out Paige too, man, because Paige had me hollering. Watching the Nickelodeon because they have it also on Nickelodeon too. So they were watching like the Nickelodeon Super Bowl so the kids can understand it's not as serious. And you talk about just endless laughter, and it's nothing like a kid's laughter to get you laughing. I mean, it was just like super hilarious. We had like a great time, great food, bro. My whole routine is out of whack. Shout out to B. Now operate 10 a.m. to whoa. Sorry, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Look, we'll see you when you see you, B. I'm telling you, like, listen, man. I'm out there putting on a heck of a defensive performance out there, man. Like, seriously, man. I'm making you proud out here, man. Because they always say that Casey doesn't play serious. He's always laughing. He's always joking. But when serious K comes out, you don't want no parts of him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. The serious K at the door, but nobody's answering. So, but we definitely got a kick out of the Super Bowl. We had a great time. So, yeah, I'm just gonna end it here for tomorrow because I know some of the playoffs are starting tomorrow. I believe the public league playoffs are starting. They started already. I think they started today. Last time I checked my timeline, I think Gratz is playing. Right now, so hopefully I can get the box score for that. I believe some interact action is going on too. I believe probably today. I know tomorrow is Catholic League, and the rest of the week is going to just be the mix of all the different leagues like in the area. So I'll definitely keep you guys up to speed. Hopefully I'll come on either Wednesday or Thursday to give you a rundown of the playoffs and everything like that. Shout out to Thomas Sorber for being the Catholic League Player of the Year. Hope to see him down at the Palestra, hopefully. And yeah, so Listen, I want to thank you again for hanging out with me. This is just going a quick broadcast, real quick. Just thanks for hanging out with me, and you enjoy your snow day, everybody out there. If you're out there driving, please, please be careful. Drive slow. It's not that serious to get through that red light. And hopefully I will be back, God willing. I'll be back on Wednesday or Thursday to give you some more up-to-date scores. So listen, if you have any, you have any questions, comments, whatever the case may be, you can actually text in the Basement Podcast, 302-844-8275. Instagram, at @in_the_basement_podcast. YouTube, In the Basement Podcast, and Facebook, same name. I'm going to say it twice, In the Basement Podcast. So I want to say shout out to everybody. Shout out to Dr. Kyle, Dr. J, shout out to SB Talk Sports, shout out to Larry, shout out to B, shout out to all my guys at the run. There's so many guys. I got to name you guys. Don't blame it on my memory, just blame it on my heart. But I love you guys at the run. Hopefully I'll be there tomorrow. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the public league. Shout out to the Catholic league. Shout out to everybody out there working hard. Shout out to everybody that I know who has like kids that are playing in these playoff games. You're doing great. You're being great parents out there. So I definitely have to commend you guys. And looks like I'll be seeing you tomorrow. And God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 1.